live. I think we are live. Hello everybody. Welcome to the live stream for Severed Chains. I'm Drew Universe, and with me is Monoxide, who has developed Severed Chains
Hey everyone.
with all of their generosity to constantly work on this crazy app that we are experiencing together. We are about to start our resume our playthrough, I should say. Resume, not start. And I'm just getting a few final things sorted out here. I actually wanted to slightly show off a shirt I got at a thrift store, a used shirt. It says it's a periodic table thing, so it's like GAMES, and it's like I play games periodically, but it
Nice.
actually means all day, every day. So I don't necessarily play games all day, every day. I have a life, I do other stuff, but I thought it was a cool shirt, so I grabbed it for a couple dollars.
And you would if you could.
Yes and no. So now we'll bring it back to the... I don't have the most space that I would like, but I'm going to try to get everything just about in frame. And maybe that's good enough. I want Kirby to show up there a little bit. Might be good enough. Alright, Corey, I'll get you that stream once I start the client, which will be in about a minute here, as I get the music going. Make sure we actually...
So we've got some real major changes today.
Yes, we do. I'm realizing I fudged up one little thing, which I'm gonna fix really quickly.
Yes, we do have a surprise this week, and we'll get to that very shortly. We just have one big thing to show before then.
There you are. Almost there. I just have to fix something that is kind of important.
I guess that slide should say another super secret feature 3 weeks in a row now.
Well, you said last week we didn't have one, right?
I guess we must have. I can't remember what it was though. Does anybody remember what the secret feature last week was?
We had NoDart. No, wait. The secret ones are the ones I didn't even know about. And I think
Yeah.
one was sound.
Maybe sound was, yeah, okay, sound effects was last week. And NoDart was the week before that.
Bear with me just a moment, y'all. Okay, that might work.
Means nothing.
Yes, it does. I need to find where that is. Streaming patch notes.png. There we go. Where do I find the titling slideshow?
So I guess I'll do a bit of a preamble about our
Sure.
first major new feature. So we've done disk unpacking. So basically what that means is the first time you load the game, it will actually extract all of the files and pre-process them. This has several benefits. One, it means that there's no more concept of disks in the game, so there's no disk swapping or anything like that. Another thing is that it makes the game load even faster because a lot of the work is done up front the first time you load it. And it also makes it a lot easier to mod the game files because they're just plain files on your hard drive rather than being backed up in ISOs or disk images. So when we launch here, you're actually going to see that unpacking process. And also another pretty major new feature as well.
Okay, I think I've got this all sorted out. If you are
All
ready,
right, you ready
Corey.
to launch?
I freaking hope so. A little nervous because,
The
like,
vote of confidence.
I was saying to Corey before the stream like 10 minutes ago, even when I sit down and I get ready with over an hour to spare, and then it's suddenly like 10 minutes till, and it's like, oh, I feel completely unready. It's just a thing. So I've got the new jar file. Everything should be present that needs to be present. So when you say go, I will open the game.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. Didn't even have time to see the command prompt. So as you can see, we have a new intro process that's our own.
So while this is playing, the game is actually loading. You can see the Dragoon spirit in the bottom left-hand corner. That means that it is currently loading the game. The reason it's taking so long is because it is doing that unpacking process. Subsequent loads are like less than a second to load. And you can actually skip the intro.
Yes, I will hit a button for that now. I might need to restart the client just because I had my sound screwed up again.
I think you should restart the client anyway, just so you can see how quickly it loads once those files are already unpacked.
So when you first run this, it's going to do all the unpacking of the game assets. But after that,
And
it'll
actually,
be done.
while it's closed, do you want to actually show them the folder?
I
Is that
can.
possible?
My monitor maybe. Yeah, let me find the right thing for that. Okay. So if we look here, this is just my Windows folder for the Severed Chains project. And you've got all these. Now, if you run this yourself, you'll have these same files as me. And when you run it for the first time, it's going to unpack everything into the file section here. Let's get rid of that. And so this is the folder structure in the game in some ways. So even here's the Dabas mini game right here that they left in. All the DRGN package files and things, they're not fully unpacked, but they're basically unpacked.
Yeah, the unpacking isn't complete. The first stage that I implemented is basically just taking all of the files off of the disk and decompressing the ones that need to be decompressed.
Mm-hmm.
The next phase of that will be to actually unpack all of the other archives.
And right here, for example, these are all the full motion videos. They're in the IKI format. Part of what Corey would like to do is part of why these are getting unpacked is so that they can get converted into more common usable file types, which expands on capabilities such as modding for us, so that when we do these expanded modding features like extra character models or weapons or whatever, we don't have to convert them to a janky format first. I think I have that right.
Yep.
Okay, so from here, all right, we're back on the regular screen. So Corey, I'm gonna give you the thingy, share my screen, applications, and do that, and change the quality down to 480p, and that should be all set.
Can you back out to the main menu and restart it?
Yeah. So X that out.
Yeah, no more dot.
And the launcher too?
No, you can leave the launcher open. So
Okay.
now you can just restart it, and you'll see that the Dragoon spirit icon doesn't even have time to appear in the corner. And you can skip this at any time just by pressing any key on the keyboard.
Yeah.
You can't skip it with the controller yet, but yeah.
Yeah, just press any key like B or spacebar on the keyboard, it'll do it.
Yeah. And I will need you to reshare on Discord.
Okay. I just need to drop the volume a bit because it's really loud, the client, for some reason.
You're getting ahead of me on the menu. You gotta go back to the main menu for a sec.
Sorry. I have to keep it from replaying the intro video over and over. It was doing that already during your explanation.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you want me to do?
You've got a new method of input.
A method of input?
Yeah.
Is this like Hey You Pikachu, where I speak into the microphone and it does stuff?
Not yet, but you can add it to the wish list. But
Hey Dragoon, start the game. Alexa, activate.
Yeah, but
what
grab
am I
the
doing?
mouse.
The mouse? Oh, what? Oh no, you didn't do this. I never would have guessed. I'm gonna cry.
Yep.
I'm starting to cry, everyone. It's now it's a PC game.
Yeah, exactly. You can go into the options and it all
Oh,
works in there.
oh no. Oh, I can left click on it.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's amazing.
And you can press escape to go back to the previous menu.
No right click to go back. Okay. That is
Go to
so
the,
trippy.
Click on continue.
Oh, what?
So this screen isn't done yet. I was working on this just before the stream started. You can't scroll yet, but you can pick a save game on this screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the scroll wheel was even working, I could kiss you.
It would be, I just didn't have time.
Or even making these arrows clickable that they put there almost. But I feel like if we did do that, the arrows should go like in that empty space that's available. But this is great. Wow. Okay, I think so. Can I start now? Is it okay?
Yep. You can click on the save game you want. I haven't implemented mouse controls for the message box that pops up yet,
Okay.
but you can at least get up to that point.
Yeah, I was wondering just how much of a surprise this would be. Like, can I left click on the screen and have Dart go there? Make it like RuneScape. Actually, we should, because we have an enthusiastic wood chopper in the prairie, the wood chopper's house. There's a wood chopper. He's not there when you first arrive, but if you go back later to the prairie, he's there, and he talks about how much he loves chopping wood. So that was all just predicting RuneScape before RuneScape was a thing. Because this was 1996 when this first was designed. Wow, I'm going too far with that idea. Just never mind. So what we're gonna do is load up the music for the ghost ship.
And that does work on the save game menu as well.
Okay, so I think we can actually go ahead now and actually play.
We do have one other feature to show off before we get too far.
Oh, we don't want to do that naturally?
It has to be at a save point because it's not fully implemented yet.
Oh, that one. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
So what do you notice about the menu, everybody?
There seems to be an extra item.
Is there an extra item here? What is that? A quit button? Games that let you quit back to the title screen or something? That's ridiculous.
Right?
So how do I use this, Corey?
Well, you see, you click on it.
Return to main menu? Yes. And there we are.
Yep, there you go. And you can pop back in and continue again.
With the mouse. And there you are. So if you want to hop save files or reload the game without having to reset, you know, your emulator or your PS1 console, you can do that.
Yeah. Now this feature is very much alpha, and it currently breaks the game when you use it. So we will have to restart the game here.
Yeah, which we're gonna do.
Yeah, that'll be all cleaned up here in the next week or two.
Surprise! And we're not even done.
Yep.
Technically, the other one's not really a surprise because I posted it all over social media. But if you aren't on social media, or you happen to have missed all of my posts you weren't on the Facebook page, you weren't on the Facebook group page, you weren't on Reddit, you weren't on Discord, this might be new for you.
Yeah, and you can use the mouse to skip these cutscenes as well by clicking.
So I'm gonna...
Oh, Chris, you missed everything.
What is it?
All of the new features.
Yes. We were, Monoxide here was not planning on doing much, but there was just a sudden, you know, one thing led to another in investigating how certain code worked in the game, in the modding channel on the Discord server. And there's all the back and forth between 2 or 3 different people, including Monoxide, and it was just like, oh, hey, now we have that figured out. And so a lot of extra things got done that we weren't even expecting. And we're about to show you the next one.
Yep.
Now, just for transparency, I did a little off-screen grinding, and as part of that, I did the Phantom Ship chests already. I didn't feel it was a good use of our time to do a lot of RNG guessing right now. So I went ahead and got all the way through and got the Ultimate War God for myself.
What, you mean you didn't want to spend the entire stream and then some just running back and forth between the chest and the ghosts?
Look, I already spent a lot of time in areas like the valley and just, you know... So we're entering a battle.
So Chris, you did miss quite a bit. Yeah, I've added mouse support for the title screen menu as well as the save and load game screens. You want to press delete to cut out that sound?
I already did. Yeah.
Okay. We also have an intro cinematic. Use the term cinematic loosely. That is used as a loading screen, and we also did disk unpacking, which basically means the game no longer
Summon 4 gods.
All the files from the ISOs just get unpacked to your hard drive, which makes it load faster, makes it easier to mod. There's no more disk swapping or anything.
Die. Hard blade.
Hyrule Flower says the game audio is too loud.
Oh, sorry. Where is the level of that? So the in-game sound, not the music. I turned it down to like 7%. Cool.
Both.
We're bringing forward. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
in general a quiet person.
I put you up 10% in Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be a little better. Oh, I need to reinitialize the screen share.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. I was just sitting here looking at a blank Discord screen.
Okay, if it still needs adjusting, let me know. Like, I can barely hear the game.
And we're just about to show off another new feature courtesy of Zychronics.
Hard blade.
This is the power of teamwork, and this is part of why, you know, as much as I support, you know, the passion of people doing stuff independently, doing their own, like, you know, fan game projects, I still like redirecting them to mod with the global community together as one, you know, one housing, because when modders work together, we can make extra cool stuff happen like this. So what do you see there on the post-battle screen? What does it look like, Corey?
Well, there's a new kind of experience.
So we have level and D-level, and then we have XP and DXP. I wonder what that could be. Could be really cool. So this is our way to track spirit points for now. When you're doing additions and you're gaining that SP towards your Dragoon levels, the game never tells you your progress, you just get a notification when it does level up. And some of the guides online have incorrect numbers on that anyway. So I thought, And Zychronics was like, hey, let's make a tracker for that. And there happens to be just enough space to go under the regular XP area. So now you can see Rose is very close to hitting D level 5. Hashel is very close to D level 4. And Kongol needs his Dragoon Spirit. I will get that when I can. So if they don't have a Dragoon Spirit, it still shows the meter. But still, so now you know where you are, and you can like plan out your additions and all that much better.
Yeah. Marino, 1 SP is 1 DXP.
Yeah. We call it DXP because it matches level to D level, so they have the same naming scheme.
Yeah. Just in case you couldn't figure that one out.
Yeah, what Tim just said, it's possible they were going to include it but just ran out of time. That's one of my theories, because it fits quite well.
Zychronics did move those the other elements around a bit to get it to squeeze in there.
Summon 4 gods.
As much as I don't want to create extra names for things, I do like that it, you know, has the same naming scheme as D level. So D magic, D attack, D level, that's all, you know, in sync together with the naming scheme.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a no-brainer.
But also, what kind of hit me is that if I look at it, I just kind of want to say Dex P, and Dex P makes me think of dexterity points, which isn't a thing, but that's just how I see it when I read it, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, keep that.
Summon
Good thing I
4
was paying
gods.
attention because I do have to counter.
Hello, Relic.
Get rid of death here.
Hard blade.
Let's move on to the next area. Yep, you can even see the numbers change there. Perhaps in the future we'll have like an actual SP gain per person thing and have it drain down like regular XP does. See if I can do this. There we go. Ah! Almost
Yeah, that's a little bit different, or that's a little bit more difficult because rather than it being one pool of XP, it's individual per character.
Yeah, that would be very
But
long
it
term.
really works.
Oh look, it's the Magician Bogey. And the Game Boy sound effects are in full force. 3 skeletons. Or is it Mr. Bones? 3 skeletons.
What a name.
Open a treasure chest to kill a skeleton. Actually, in case anyone missed the last couple live streams in a row, you'll notice that we don't have Dart in the party, which is also amazing.
I'm gonna kill that sound effect.
Oh, sorry. Thankfully, we have a kill sound effect button in case one of the sound effects gets stuck during the early iteration of the sound working.
Yeah, the sounds are still also pretty early. Also, if you look closely, you can see that the dark battle stages still kind of have disco lighting.
Alright, we took care of those skeletons. Move on to the next area. There we go. Here's another chest. Is this the fight with the bogies, I think?
I think so.
Did you already get rid of save states?
Yep.
Damn, I can't save here. Because I was gonna farm for at least one magical hat. Oh wait, no, this is the one is by itself. Never mind. So there's only a 2% chance in this battle. Although, what might be the case is that the drop rates are artificially increased for some reason.
That combat star sound effect really likes getting stuck this time.
Yes, it does.
Take that! Summon 4 gods!
Did I max out summon 4 gods? I think I did.
So the thing with this, someone asked what kind of new things we'd add, like new attacks, new Dragoon attacks, stuff like that. So we're gonna add a modding API actually, so basically anybody would be able to do that.
Yeah, we would feature any of the more prominent or polished ones that people make. We have a wish list of like 100 and something items long over on the GitHub project page.
Die.
Gotta practice my additions. I'm waiting for the day, Corey. I know you're gonna just spring it on me one day, so I have to be ready.
Yep.
You like to surprise me a lot. But it's worth it, because you almost brought me to tears in front of everybody, so thank you for that.
With the most...
Big damage from Congo. So close on the SP. Alright, Bogey ran away. Let's check our... Rose is almost ready to have Demon's Dance.
Yep.
Astral is done, but needs a little more SP for deal level 4, so I'll let him finish. When we do the UI overhaul, we should probably put DXP in this screen as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically overhaul the entire inventory menu.
12 more for Pursuit. Okay. I ran into the ghost. Caught it early this time.
Die. Hard blade.
Yeah, Congo's gotta get some more additions. I would love to see him, either me or someone else, design some new addition attacks for him so he has like at least 5 or 6.
four gods.
Yeah, it's a good question about Shanna and Miranda additions.
Die.
Yeah, people have been asking me more and
Hard
more,
blade.
as I'm using Rose, asking more and more about Archer Edition stuff, and I was like, we would love to do that. It would take, it's a very, very long-term feature. Like, it's going to be a lot of work to do that, but we already have some material salvaged from the game discs. It's the Japanese voice actor for Miranda has like 5 or 6 different voice lines. One of them is Dragon Needle, and I think we should use those. We'll have to voice our own in English, but we could use the original Japanese lines for when we, presumably Corey, I think we're open to supporting the Japanese version at some point.
Yep.
And we'll record English versions of that. Or just make up new ones and figure out how to make it all look good on screen. So I think I need to go to this chest.
Yeah, it's kind of up to interpretation what the Archer editions would even look like.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone can make different kinds if they want. I think in the first place, one of the reasons it didn't happen is because it's like, how do you justify a counterattack from the enemy? It would be kind of weird if you always got to hit all your hits with no counters, even though that's part of ranged combat.
Yeah, we could implement. Well, I mean, there is already miss, so maybe increase the miss rate very slightly or something. But then, of course, there's no way to stop that miss from happening like there is with a counterattack.
Since you don't have to do melee with the archers, what if, and this might sound like a difficulty decrease, but what if you just let the squares keep overlapping even if you miss? So let's say you get the first strike, but the second strike you miss the timing. You should still get the next square for the third hit if there is one. And it just becomes about, you know, your precision with the timing of the buttons.
Yeah, you mean like it would affect how much damage it does?
Yeah, I mean, that's how additions work already, like it's splinter damage for each strike. But I figure, like, part of the reason, if you miss an addition with the X button, and you stop hitting, it implies that you would be leaving yourself open to attack if you stayed up next to the enemy, and that's why your character runs back before finishing, if you don't get the timing right. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too deep about it, but I'm just throwing some ideas out there. So I could just cheese this with Demon's Gate, but I'm going to try and do it the right way. If that even is a thing.
Demon's Gate might still be broken.
I wasn't going to mention that. In a previous stream, I crashed the game by doing Demon's Gate. And it was
I
when
can't remember if I actually fixed that or not.
It's when we were showing off solo mode too, so I was really embarrassed. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, look at how great solo mode is. You know, you can challenge yourself, and I didn't mean to
Crash.
challenge myself with a crash. That's not what challenge is. So how do I want to do this? I think I'll just endure some hits.
You sent the entire game to another dimension.
Yeah, basically.
Hard blade.
The Winglies said I was being too unfair and threw me in a pocket dimension.
Pursue.
Now, the bogeys are going to probably put some status effects on me unless they cancel out like they usually do. Bewitching. Failed, thanks to the decomp. Thank you, Corey.
You're welcome.
The status community, this game is easy mode.
You're
right
welcome for the bug.
now. Free additions, except for counterattacks. Increased drop rates reportedly, and no status ailments hardly ever. This is just it's too easy though.
Yeah, we've got it on easy mode before I've even added easy mode.
So that's another thing we can do with the modding API is make difficulty selections much easier. You know, not just lowering or increasing an enemy's HP, but more unique things like disabling counterattacks if it's, you know, you want your kids to play it or something. Like, I'm not going to expect a 5-year-old to do counterattacks.
And now that we have, I can really go wild with rewriting the code.
Yeah.
So, you know, pretty soon we'll be able to do things like adding new enemies and new items and things like that too.
Here's an idea, Corey. For an ultra easy mode so even babies can play it, just have the additions be completely automatic and never countered and everything. Just so all the baby has to do is press X and the whole addition completes on the enemy.
We'll just have the game play itself.
Yeah. Well, that would be a new ultra bottom easy mode where it's actually just a video playthrough and they just think they're playing it.
Yeah.
I babysat a 5-year-old this year and last year, and that 5-year-old sometimes could not tell the difference between a video and actually playing the game. Because sometimes I'm playing, you know, an indie game on the Switch, and I'm showing it. Oh, look at the monster got him and all this stuff. But other times he's eating lunch, and so we're in a different room, and I have it up on like my phone or something. So they don't quite always understand the difference between an actual like playthrough and a video versus like live control.
Yeah, it's funny.
Hard blade.
Well, if you're looking to do another run, this version of the game is available for download.
Oh no, not stun status effect. What will I do now?
Continue attacking, I guess.
Yeah. And get the treasure chest sound effect. Hopefully that gives me some good luck. Did I get any? Ah, no magical hats. Nope. I gotta try and think of what the odds are of that. Like, a single magician bogey is 2% chance. Does it just stack cumulatively to 4 and 6% with 2 or 3 bogeys? I don't know.
Yes, it does.
Either way, we've got Haschel to D level 4. And I might rotate him out and get Shauna in there. The Ghost Captain has a favor to ask us. Let's go to the Captain's cabin.
I wonder what it could be.
I mean, this is my first playthrough, so I am completely bewildered.
The first time you've ever played this game.
I'm just a random fan with no prior attachment to the game whatsoever.
Who even are you? How did you get into this live stream?
I am Miranda tier. Nobody knows my name. Reminds me of Imakuni from the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color. Just a strange person in a strange outfit, and nobody really knows anything about him. Has really obscure strategies. Yeah, that sounds like me a little bit. Obscure strategies, creative builds, something.
Yeah.
All right. So what I want to do is should I let Dart be in the party this time? Because I want a special with Shauna, but every time I have Albert or Haschel do special, they crash. So I wonder if it's related to NoDart.
Yes, Dragoons are currently unstable with NoDart.
Okay.
Due to the way that sounds are loaded.
So
It's technically a retail bug. It's just not something that can ever happen. You can't normally pick Dart out of the party.
okay, let's check our equipment. Shauna needs the Sparkle Arrow. Angel Robe is fine. Amulet is what I want. I don't quite have White Silver Dragon yet, but only Star Children is necessary for this strategy anyways. Albert needs an equipment. Physical ring is still bugged, right?
I haven't fixed it, so probably.
So the funny thing about the Linus fight, I think it was last time, I equipped the physical ring on Hashel and didn't realize that his HP was not increasing. So Hashel should have had 1200 HP for that fight, and I would have survived a couple of those Spear Frosts from Linus. The fight was unnecessarily difficult on my part.
I mean, it definitely had no idea to...
No idea what?
It definitely had nothing to do with you listening to my advice.
I am wary of that now. So Dart's just got a power wrist. I think that's fine. Alright,
Are you sure about that? I thought that Kongol's Dragoon was working fully. I don't see anything logged on GitHub.
There's not enough room. There we go. You gotta kind of squeeze in the middle. Aha, I did it. I'm very good.
Ooh. Impressive. This is like the obstacle course all over again.
The Legend of Dragoons. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Oh! Now to try and reach the cabin. For this is almost impossible to do, so it's sometimes easier to just let one engage you and then you can just run past the rest. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that's usually what I do.
Let's down a little bit.
Yeah, Doom, could you try that real quick?
Oh, I don't even have my SP bar up all the way. Dart needs some SP badly. Like, once I get Madness Hero, I'm gonna have to give him the War God staff to power up quickly.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, we got the slowdown. We got the slowdown.
Oh yeah,
I found the spot. I think I found the spot. It's... I'm just gonna quickly throw this in our chat. Somewhere in there, maybe. Somewhere in the middle, I'm thinking. We have this slowdown effect, finishing edition sometimes. And we've been trying to nail it down for a while. So, it doesn't happen that often.
It almost never happens to me. Elepri found a way to recreate it like all the time on their end, and I did exactly what they did, and it didn't happen.
Sorry, I left the effect on there. I forgot to delete the sound. I was so caught up with the addition bug thing. This Wisp is missing, doing a lot of dodges here.
Yes, this is its own program. It is actually running on PC. There's no emulation happening here.
I wonder how close Dart is to D level 3. Oh, he's gonna level up real soon. 58. So I need 2 attacks with Dart and I'll D level 3. That's worth it.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll just fight a couple of these real quick.
The combat sound effect is just sticking every single time now.
Yeah, it seems very persistent. I'm having trouble remembering. It's just a natural part of the game now, so I'm just kind of forgetting about it.
Yep.
Ah, damn. I need to equip a War God Amulet on these things, because they have like 20% evasion or somewhere around that. Shauna doesn't have a problem with it, because Shauna gets like extra accuracy. Ouch, 240. Ouch. Leave Shauna alone.
Ooh.
Ugh.
John, once we complete the game, depending on like where we are in like the progress of the code completion, we might just start playing again from the beginning.
Yeah. Just we'll run an infinite loop. Like, let's assume that Soa's destruction of the world through the Virage embryo does actually result in a reboot. So that'll be us. Was endlessly starting and stopping over and over again.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting because you'll be able to look back on the previous incarnations of the stream and see just how much things have improved.
Yeah. This is rough.
Yeah, maybe I will play next time.
Yeah, that's possible.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting idea too. Zychronic says maybe play with hard mode next time.
Let's get some HP back real quick.
Maybe we can try and get New Game Plus implemented before the stream is done, or before we finish the game.
I would be impressed if you could. I think we need one more attack from Hashel, maybe two. Hashel's not here, Albert, to get D level 5. But I need some HP on Shauna real quick. Oh yeah, randomizer, that'll be great.
Just completely random encounter ID.
Oh yeah.
Start a new game and fight Mel right at the start.
Yeah, it's... I think that would need to be controlled a little bit.
Just a little.
Blossom Storm.
Okay, let's see how close we are on the SP bars. Dart's got final burst.
Very.
Should I do one more just to get Dart to level 3? I could do it on the way back.
Didn't you get Dart to level 3?
Well, I need to give him the 100 SP now.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Okay, Shauna, just keep guarding while everyone else does the work. Do we intend to change the text on Albert's edition to make it say Blossom Storm? Maybe.
Good question. Never thought about it.
We could look at that.
That would be really easy.
Thank God the Wisp didn't dodge me again. That's sound effects. That sound effect is... Corey, help. The sound effect.
Yeah, I gotta rewrite the entirety of the sound code.
Oh my god. That was really bad. Like, gushing magma got stuck. Like, the original... The sound effect before the gushing magma got stuck. That was a lot. And...
I never said it was perfect.
No, but interestingly, it never happens with the voices. It doesn't seem to happen with the voices at all.
Yeah, it seems to be sounds that play over like a period of time.
Yeah. Oh shit, we need Charging Spirit is bad. There we go. You just keep turning up.
How do we feel about a sequel? I'll just say that eventually custom campaigns will be possible and people can do whatever they want.
Yeah. But we're gonna try very hard to make it clear that what we're doing is modding and not fan games.
Yeah.
Creating new game modes, for example. Technically, a vertical slice of Lloyd or something like that would be a game mode, potentially. But gotta be careful. These wisps dodge way too much. If I never encounter these wisps again, it'll be too soon, Corey.
Well, we can mod that.
Is there any chance the dodge rate is artificially increased as well? Alright, gotta kill death before death kills us.
John, if we start asking those questions, Drew will talk about it for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, I will open my mouth. Jade Dragon Magic unlocked. Alright, let's go on toward the boss stuff. The door closed by itself. Oh no. Hey!
Yeah, I think they tied up the story fairly well. So I'm not really sure where a sequel would have to go.
Yeah.
I think probably a prequel would be more realistic.
Prequel's more logical for a lot of reasons. You can do a sequel, but a prequel is more ripe ground. It's already teased, and it, imagine dragons in their prime instead of just being a couple random ones left. Winglies in their prime, Virage being manipulated by them, like, that is prime content. And with a sequel, it's way easier to screw up. The prequel, the story is handed to you. You just have to flesh it out properly. But there are possibilities with a sequel. For example, I'll be really quick. Recently, we've been talking in Discord and Reddit and everywhere about what if there's a plot point. There's a flashback where Emperor Diaz, aka Ziegbu, Milbu possessing Zieg, posing as Emperor Diaz, nesting doll of disguises there, telling Lloyd about the degeneration of the world and how magic is waning in the world, like globally in all species and everything. And so Lloyd's impetus to bring Winglies back to glory is to bring magic back to the world, similar to the Golden Sun plot, just different. And so,
also a great game.
It is. So waning magic, to be as quick as I can here, that could be just Soa's plan, because the world was supposed to be done already. The Virage were supposed to have destroyed it by now. Soa may have just set a timer on that magic to just run out naturally when the world was going to get glassed anyway. So it wouldn't matter. They weren't supposed to get to the point of running out. They were just going to, things were supposed to end already. There's also the other theory that, we were talking about a potential plot hole with Faust. Faust, who might just be crazy and insane, but has just been alive down in the Flamville Tower for a long time, that got shot down and is buried in the snow and the ice and everything by Wendigo and all that stuff. And it's just like, what's he preparing for? There's not a lot of justification there. But it could be ruled that the world's magic being drained is something that Faust is doing, consolidating it under his mobile fortress perhaps, getting ready to retake the world. I don't know. It would give him some justification for still being there, thinking he's actually relevant anymore, after 11,000 years of doing nothing. So, I don't know. Maybe he just goes into hibernation the whole time until the magic is ready, and then that also makes it seem more logical, because he's not waiting the whole time.
It's just vibing.
But those are, just listening to music and falling asleep to some lo-fi jams on YouTube.
Lo-fi Legend of Dragoon remixes.
We have some of those. I've got to
There
reach
you
out
go.
to JP Soundworks is one of the leading ones right now. See if they'll help us make more of those so we can have like a 2 or 3 hour loop on our YouTube channel or something. That'd be really cool. But
Yeah.
the thing I was going to talk about before that can of worms got opened is we're at a scene where there's a special 3D model that we don't see anywhere else. What do you think I want to do, Corey?
I have a feeling it has something to do with the debug tools.
It does have something to do with the debug tools. And for anyone who hasn't been here before, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take the 3D model, thanks to Corey's debug tools, and not increase it? Is it that one? I thought that was the right one. Well, I'm trying to increase it. Maybe it's this one? There's like 3 models that are right next to each other. Ah, yes, we get a good look at the dead captain. Okay, let's how do I bring that down? 140. Nope, let's 0. Negative 100-ish. Oop. I hope I didn't break the game. There we go. Alright, let's go down a little bit.
He's
Look.
attached to the chair.
I need to go. There's too many text boxes. We got to go down more. 77.
We have to go deeper.
That is so cool. You can see like those long sideburns and everything.
It's got a little mustache.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
It's like Dart sitting on Santa Claus's lap.
Oh, look at this right here. Look at he's like ah.
Oh, he's giving him a hug.
Dart, get out of there quick. Oh no. Dart's like, oh no. I almost got a hug from a ghost captain and now I'm robbed of that experience. Damn it, it's impossible to fully die. This is where Rose has to hold back on any retaliation. It's like, hey, you watch what you say about me. Alright, let's get 200 gold. 100 gold. That could have just been in one chest. Anyway, so this is a picture of Kreen, K-R-E-E-N, Queen Teresa, and one of her children. That is Luvia, Princess Luvia as a baby. This is confirmed in the JP guidebook that it is Luvia, and it has to be Luvia anyway because also in the guidebook, Queen Teresa was not told that she had twins, somehow didn't realize she had twins, so she never even got to hold Shauna. So that's Luvia. I don't know why I re-clicked on it, but oh well. Let's grab the key. Interestingly, the game remembers if you've already fought some of the spirits here.
Oh, look at that.
I did it! Yeah!
Oh.
I don't suck.
You're putting those obstacle course skills that you gained to use.
I have something to prove now because of you.
Yeah, aren't you glad that we forced you to go through the obstacle course?
Yes, 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 yes. They should be asking, why is it attacking you, Rose? I think to help with the misdirection a little bit in a given remake, they should have the soldiers just swinging at everybody. I know that they're targeting Rose for obvious reasons, but just make it less obvious to the player, perhaps. Because one thing that's an issue with this story is that the plot is kind of obvious for most people.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of subtlety.
Like, there are surprises, but I'd like it if that was a better surprise, I guess. Alright, we've opened the locked door. I need to do a final check on my gear. Got a bravery amulet, aptly put for this location.
Yeah, Rose gets very, very odd later in the game.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to save. Let's do some healing.
When did we first play Legend of Dragoon, and how did we come by it? I first played, I want to say, in junior high, maybe a little bit before that. One of my friends had the game and showed it to me.
Oh, I should hit the item shop real quick. Let's see what they got for sale. Got 9, 5.
You're not gonna buy 45 charm potions?
I can't. They're not for sale.
Oh, they don't even have them. Suppose it wouldn't really matter since there are no random encounters here.
Yeah, they would be of no use here. Alright, let's finally get some battle music going on. The Black Monster. How dare you come here? We're not gonna give her up. Now these are all the knights whose souls have not completely gone to rest yet. I feel like they stayed here instead of going to Mayfield because this is where they lost Luvia, you know? This is ironic, even if it costs my life. You're already a ghost. Let's get rid of that annoying sound effect. And let's do some boss music. Boss 3? Alright, let's see what we can do here. Oh, Albert's not full. Crap. I didn't think to get Albert up. Oh, he goes next, so that works. This is gonna be overkill. 5.
Yeah, the demo was just a small section of the game, wasn't it?
What?
The demo for Legend of Dragoon?
Yeah, they were leaving Helena prison to enter the prairie. It was the start of the prairie. Everyone had D level 3, but only one spell or something like that. And you could play through to Limestone Cave and fight Eurobolus, if I remember right.
Gotcha.
Alright, moment of
I've
truth.
never actually seen it.
You never played the demo?
No. Never even seen it.
It has some interesting little tidbits, like there's equipment, exclusive equipment called Razor Armor, and something else. Technically, Razor Armor is in the final game. It's just renamed to like Leather Armor or something.
Gotcha.
All right, who's ready for some Star Children?
Oh, we forgot. Doom also improved some of the model rendering.
Yeah. So instead of that infinite transform, now the models are more contained and not going off into the distance.
Yeah, aside from the broken animations,
Yeah.
like you're seeing right now, they render correctly.
It's a step in the right direction.
No more NoDart.
Nope. So if anyone's ever had trouble...
That took care of pretty much all that.
If anyone's ever had trouble with the Ghost Knights and the Commander, even if Shauna is behind a couple levels, bring her with the Sparkle Arrow, have her special, and use Star Children, and you can finish off with Final Burst or Explosion or whatever else. I guess she's gonna go 2 turns in a row. Well, I don't have a single target and don't want to waste Star Children, even though I have all the MP. Let's just see how much the bow attack will do, because if you special with your elemental weapon, that also increases your D attack, so that'll increase the bow's attack to 200 damage. That's pretty respectable, I'd say.
Yeah.
And we can try and do a... I think this is going to be our first final burst. I've never done this before in the Severed Chains playthrough, so let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, well, you just hit the level, so I don't think you have used it.
He's wigging out a little bit. It's very blue. I think he doesn't know what element he is. Which, for those of you who weren't here, back when we were in Hoax, fighting like Sandor Elite, Dart was changing to the water element, and just, he's been many elements.
There was an old bug many, many streams ago where it's have a completely random element.
Did we know if Jade Dragon is safe?
Good question. It should be.
Let's find out. Every stream we need to do at least one thing that's not tested. It's just who we are.
The only one that I know of that's broken is the,
Thunder?
Yeah, Violet Dragon. And Demon's Gate.
It looks pretty decent. It's wigging out, but it's decent. Avert your eyes. Woo! Very inefficient use of MP right here, but I wanted a big finish.
It's a big finish, alright.
And this is an easy boss fight. And that's that.
Yeah, everyone gets to do the Barrage Wiggle.
And, so the knight is recognizing Shauna because they look the same.
John Jingleheimer says, fun fact, Drew's hair grows longer as his passion for LOD does.
I mean, my hair does grow longer, like a couple, millimeters every day? Is that how it works? 1 millimeter? I should look up a stat on... Somebody Google that. Average hair growth length per day. In millimeters or something. But I love long hair. I think I always have, and I just didn't know it until I moved to St. Louis in like 2015, and then I was like, this is a lot of fun. And then my hair was like naturally curly, and I was like, ooh, this is a lot of fun. So sometimes I trim it, and that does cause me pain.
Just under 0.5 millimeter per day.
I think after the full motion video, Corey, we should do a short break.
Yep, fine with me.
I don't have a BRB slide ready, unfortunately, but just for a minute or two. So I think Rose just got... Okay, what's happening?
That's a good question. What is going on there?
Pressing triangle to sort the order of items, and it's making a fade out effect.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Someone want to log that?
That's not supposed to happen. Hey, Doom Metal, can you give us an issue log for that, please? When we hit triangle to sort items, it causes this fade out effect. That will need to go. Alright, let's get rid of the boss music.
Thanks, Doom.
And Uneasy State. Nope, not that one. Enemy attack? I'm playing it a little early, but that's okay.
Yeah, I haven't added music support yet.
I'm doing it manually.
Well, technically, you can have music play, but I have it disabled right now because, as we showed off in I think it was the previous live stream, it sounds like it's being played on broken bagpipes.
Yeah. Check the end of the last stream. I think that's the right one, or the one before that, and you'll see this like little video of Lohan, and it is bad.
I think it's great.
It's great bad. It's both. Laz95 says hair grows 0.44 millimeters per day. I was not far off.
I do highly recommend you go check it out.
For some reason, it actually sounds a little bit like bagpipes. Now, here's a question. I know it's a high fantasy game in part, but part of the game is also about realism, so I feel like I'm allowed to ask, how is it that these characters are jumping onto that tiny end of that spike and not falling off? How are they not falling off and just Dart does? How?
They're
Dart
stepped in some ectoplasm.
Dart is the only one who slips out of all of that. Like, come on. Oh my god. And here's the Titanic moment. I'll never let go. I'll never let go. And the name is Rose.
Yeah?
Just gotta change Dart's name to Jack. Jack, right? J-A-C-K. And then they say, Jack Rose! And then they fall off into the water. We've got to do like a Titanic meme or something. That life raft is not going to do you any good.
I mean, you could probably use the debug tools to position two of the characters at the front of the ship.
You gotta imagine Shauna was losing her mind at the sight of Dart falling in the ocean there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And you know, in retrospect, it's a little jarring to suddenly show up on the shore with Dart and Rose here. Like no shot of them, like, you know, being out on the water. Rose trying to, you know, find some wood and drift or whatever to the shore. Nothing.
And Dart is just completely
Yeah, he just can't handle it.
Definitely brain damage.
It's like, I spent all my energy in Dragoon form. I'm not used to it. He didn't bring his no-slip shoes. I was a dishwasher for 7 months. I know about no-slip shoes. Trust me, it is. You do not want to go back there without the right kind of shoes. You either wear your grips or certain kinds of boots.
You fall into the ocean.
Like, as a dishwasher, you even bring rain boots, potentially. Because what else can you do? Here we go.
Not bad. I'm taking you with me.
Belzap! Your death won't be in vain.
Revel to your very core in my eternal curse.
Sieg!
Let go. Save yourself.
It's such terrible voice acting.
Parts of it, yeah.
Yeah, some
It's-
of the voice actors are great, and then a couple of them are just inexcusably bad.
It can even be like line to line. Like some of Rose's are perfect, and
Yeah.
others are just horrible because they weren't
Oh, it cannot be!
they weren't guided properly at all. The
Yeah.
QA was missing, just like with the script. But
Yeah.
so I didn't want to skip that one because it's that FMV. I can almost never skip it.
I don't think we should skip the FMVs.
Yeah, I mainly just wanted to skip the intro one. But
Yeah.
So Doom was saying it almost feels like the FMV here was being rendered better in severed chains than it is in emulation. And I'll add on, it also seems better than it would on stock hardware as well. Can you speak to that
So
at all?
I actually entered quantization table. So it is actually basically decompressing the data better than what hardware does.
Is this actually is this factoring
yes.
in? Is this factoring in the widened images too? Because they're double wide.
What do you mean?
We were looking at the still images to pick for the chain break thing, and we were noticing, oh, they're double wide and they have to be crushed to fit the aspect ratio.
Only some of the FMVs are double wide.
Oh, okay,
I'm not sure if that one is or not.
all right. So what happens with some of the FMVs, if you don't know, is that you're seeing this aspect ratio on the screen here. It's like basically letterbox 4:3 for the most part. Although we found out a new secret about that, where the aspect ratio changes and gets warped out. It's a whole complicated thing I can't explain right now. But the main thing is some of the FMVs, instead of being this wide, are like double wide. And so there's extra detail there that gets lost and shoved in, okay? So, what we did with, for example, we were looking at the FMV for the Divine Dragon breaking free and the chain is breaking, you know? And we use that as a thumbnail now. We had Psychonics and the TFC help us upscale that to look nicer. And now we got a nice thumbnail for these live streams and stuff. That one is super wide, like it's double wide. And then so what we're doing is upscaling it to try and preserve that wide extra, all those extra pixels, and then we crush it down to the right aspect ratio. Because if we crush it first and then upscale it, we have less detail we're working with, right? So I don't know why they did it, but apparently it's a thing where like they only keep. So if they need to shrink down a video to a certain aspect ratio so that it fits on the disc, you know, like crush it down. Obviously, when they were making these renders, they were in much higher quality, of course. You can tell they're super crushed. But for whatever reason, they felt it was a better compromise to just crush it more on one axis than another to try and preserve some detail while still reducing the file size of those videos. It's the best way I can explain it right now.
The compression that they use, super lossy.
Yeah.
It's basically, it's almost, it's very, very similar to the JPEG format. And, yeah, they used a very, very low quality compression.
So now they're staying overnight. Try and get some rest.
someone asked about watching the FMVs. Once we do the next stage of the unpacking, we'll actually be converting file types as well. So you will be able to just basically go into the files folder and just watch the FMVs.
Is it gonna do like AVI or MP4?
I'm not sure what format we'll use.
We got a lot of
Probably
container
something
options.
that's not. Well, ideally it'll be something that's not lossy because we don't want to lose more quality.
Yeah. Even if they're a little larger.
Yeah, the compression's very, very similar to MPEG-1, so I'm planning on looking into seeing if we can just transcode the blocks without actually decompressing and recompressing them.
Oh, pooch. So, related to the whole compression and file size thing a little bit, I was telling Corey earlier today, I found someone talking about the Severed Chains project on TikTok. Apparently we're that mainstream now. Someone's like, hey, Legend of Dragoon's coming to PC, and the developer Monoxide is doing this. And it was based on the articles that were circulating a month or so ago. Those articles were based on data from like September, so they were outdated, saying like only disc 1 was playable. We're obviously past that now. But they were trying to represent the project and tell people about it on TikTok. And someone asked in one of their comments, I think it was there, about the hardware requirements, and I realized, Corey, we haven't put any hardware requirements. I don't think we need any hardware requirements, but we might.
Yeah, the hardware requirements are like a.
Can I run this on a
1999 PC?
If your computer can run RuneScape from 1999, it can run Legend of Dragoon.
If your computer can turn on.
Sorry. That's really funny. Thank you.
Computer
Corey.
requirements. Doom Metal's laptop.
Is your power plug connected? Then you can play it. But I did want to at least post something, at least of file size, to warn people that the ISOs they use are going to get unpacked and it's going to balloon their folder size. So I'd like to at least notify them of that on the project page or something.
I mean, it's only like 1.5 gigs, 2
Yeah.
gigs.
And of course, expect additional file size for any mods you select.
Yeah, the current unpack is less than 1.5 gigs.
That's good. Is it unpacking all of the files or just some of them so far?
No, it's unpacking everything.
1.5 gigs sounds about right for all 4 discs.
The ISOs are much bigger than the unpacked files.
Some old games don't know how to respond to multi-core CPUs. I've encountered that before. Also, commonly, a game will just use 1 core, and there was that transition period where, like, you know, there was the Intel Pentium 4 3 gigahertz processor is what I had around 2005. Very powerful processor for its time. Games would run on it quite fine. But then once you transition into, like, you know, dual or quad cores and everything, and each individual of those cores was slower than the single core, you know, Pentium 4, if I'm not mistaken. So technically your game could run better on the single core that's older than it could on the newer ones if it wasn't designed to use all 4 cores. Also,
Time.
that's a map of endiness in the background because I notice things too easily. There's a map back there. Let's take a look. That is definitely a map of endiness. Do we want to see if Pete's mother has a face? Should we look?
You might as well.
Let's
I
take
mean,
a
you're
look.
going to anyway.
I'm going to. I asked permission. I'm not a complete tyrant. You know, the Palpatine gifs are just for a joke, of course. Like, there's not many objects here.
Yeah, I had a Pentium D, which was Intel's very first mainstream dual core processors. They were basically just two Pentium 4s hot glued together,
Yeah,
and that thing ran at like 120 degrees.
not cool. Literally not cool. All right, Pete's mother does have
Celsius, not freedom units.
Pete's mother does have a face. Doesn't seem that detailed. I'm curious about Pete though. Let's see what Pete looks like. Rotate. Pete has a face.
Amazing, a very sad looking face.
Nope, not that. I think he looks angry almost.
Yeah, from that angle.
I also found there's an upper limit with this resizing thing. I tried to resize one of those rabbits next to the item tutorial merchant, and when I got around 30,000, the rabbit went from, instead of getting larger, just flattened on the ground.
Yeah, it'll overflow.
Upside down. It was really weird, and I was like, ah.
It uses a short vector, so it's 32,767 will be the maximum. Then it'll roll over to a negative value.
Alright, where do I want to go? I don't remember which order I'm supposed to do things here, so I'm just gonna... I was gonna take a break off screen, but I'll just stay and just chill a little bit. We're now in chill mode for a couple minutes while I randomly wander around Lydiera. I think there's someone in this place that, like, talks a bunch. Move to the pier. I think it's this person. I'm gonna try and read this, if it is the person. Pete's ma is really a good woman. She lost her hubby in the sea when Pete was still little, but being the woman that she is, she worked hard and raised Pete. But as fate would have it, Pete's ma became ill. Now Pete's taking care of her, but she's got to go to Fueno as soon as possible to be treated. There's a hot spring in the Fueno Clinic, and it's famous for working miracles. I've always wanted to go there, although I've never had the chance, but I heard it really works. When the guy next door had a strained back and he went there. I think this is just the same lines. Oh gosh.
Looks like it.
Hang my head in defeat.
Speaking of platform support, another thing that we forgot to mention is that it officially runs on Linux, and we even had it running on Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Thanks to the help from someone whose name I can't remember.
They are in the Discord.
For us.
I shouldn't look right now because I'm busy streaming, but
sorry if that person is here and I don't remember who you are. I'm trying to figure it out.
I think there's a Stardust here.
There is a Stardust somewhere in here.
There it is.
Oh, we have done a lot of chatting in the past couple of days. In
Yeah.
this group.
Just search like Steam Deck or something. Those ladder sound effects.
Dante Solest.
Yeah,
That's who it was.
Dante.
Yeah, testing for us.
It actually ran on it's janky as hell. It's not ready, but it can run on Steam Deck. And you know, if more people, if any of you have a Steam Deck and you'd like to help us test, that can help accelerate.
I wouldn't say it was janky. I mean, it was running perfectly fine. The only issue was that you couldn't control it.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, it wasn't ready for public use necessarily.
Yeah, with setting up the controller, connecting an Xbox controller to it, then You should be able to play it fine.
I mean, does Switch support Java?
No.
No? Okay. So probably not the Switch. But mobile will be a thing. Android for sure does Java, because a lot of Android games are basically Java.
Oh yeah, it'll run on
That's
on
fine.
Android.
I think iOS might be a little harder, but hopefully we can do that too.
Yeah.
Their review team might be like, this skates the gray area. But hopefully we can convince them.
Freedom to play it on the Steam Deck, you just have to put it into, I think it's called desktop mode, and then you can basically just download it and play it. At the moment, I'm not shipping the Linux binaries, but I'm probably going to start doing that pretty soon. If you do want to test it out, just ping me in the modding channel, and I will send you a build that contains the Linux binaries.
Alright, we're headed to Fueno. Oh, there's no facilities. If anyone needs to go to the bathroom, go now. I always like the running water in this area. It's kind of flowing in different directions. Oh no, a battle. Alrighty.
Cyclopean octopus.
Of course.
Hard blade.
What? Wait a minute. When I killed it, it brought back the encounter noise. That was weird. That was
I don't know.
super weird.
Don't ask me.
There's no one else to ask. Got Demon's Dance though. Too many items. I only have 64.
Oh no.
I don't need this. It's good to know that item replacement still works with 64 slots. The birds are also losing
What
it.
was that noise?
So let's activate Demon's Dance. This is also the point in the game where I think Rose becomes before Shauna, or does Shauna get reinstated before Rose? I forget. I know that when you lose Shauna, Rose is second after Dart, but yeah. Okay. Ah, right at the end.
Oh yeah, that one particular strip there is
Yeah.
the exact length that you hit one single encounter, like one.
Yeah, there's
end.
there's one other spot like that too on disc 1. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's disc 1. Might be disc 2. It's just you get right up there and it's got a battle.
Die.
Freedom, the additions are actually automatic right now. That's an old bug that I just haven't bothered to fix because it's very convenient for testing. But that being said, this build has much lower latency than even retail, like input latency.
I didn't even move forward. That wasn't fair. Should have gotten to go into town. So this is where the party reunites.
Yep. But yeah, the additions are actually, or will be, easier to pull off than even on a retail console.
I don't know if I have this song.
It'll also be interesting to see how when increase the frame rate, how much easier that will make the additions. Right now with combat only running at 20 frames per second, the squares kind of just blur between frames.
we got Pete's Ma to Fueno to try and get some help.
Another thing I figured in this build is the aspect ratio. Retail actually has the submaps, like what we're looking at right now, has them stretched.
Yeah, it's a issue that we never knew was a thing until Corey did this. So thanks for hurting us all, Corey. I was in anguish right before the stream of like, well, how am I supposed to get rid of the black bars and then flip it back and forth between battle and everything all the time? I don't want to do that. And I was like, oh, maybe I can put a ticker down there and all this. This is a whole freaking thing.
Yeah, you can see now that there's black bars in the top and bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
That's because it's actually maintaining the correct aspect ratio.
And when I go to the world map, those black bars are gone.
Yeah, because world map uses the correct aspect ratio, and so does combat. But the maps and the title menu, and I think the inventory menu as well, are actually stretched in retail.
So in other words, everything you've seen almost throughout the entire game has been a lie.
Exactly.
I am hurt today, just so everyone knows. I am very hurt today, and it's only half of a joke. I care very much about, like sometimes, I've played LOD in widescreen before, and it stretches, but it's bearable kind of a thing. But more and more of the past couple years, I've been more of the Flying Zamboni stance, where like, original intended aspect ratio should never be warped. And it turns out it was force warped on us from just retail issues in Sony. And now I have to relearn exactly how pinched or stretched everything is. It's like those stairs used to be taller and now they're kind of less. I don't know.
Ever so slightly.
So that's just...
Laz, I realized it was stretched because I coded the renderer properly and noticed the black bars.
I need to sell some items. Oh, here's an idea for a feature, multi-sell. Where I can select multiple somehow. That's probably gonna be way down the road, but that would be an idea.
Yeah. Yeah, then I spent some time trying to figure out what I did wrong that made those black bars appear, and the answer was nothing.
It is handy to scroll to the bottom to sell. I think you made that, right?
Yeah, the wraparound. That's another nice quality of life feature. Drin, once I've finished rewriting the game engine, then you'll basically be able to extend the inventory limit to whatever you want.
Yeah, right now I've got it on 64, and you can go as low as 1 if you want to challenge yourself.
Yep. 64 is the maximum temporarily, just because that's all that will fit into the game's memory map. But I'm working on removing the memory map completely.
Finally get the plate mail here. Yeah, I'll come back to shop. So we'll probably cut the stream in about 10 or 15 minutes. There's I'm not gonna go past 1 on, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
We have had a good stream, and it doesn't always have to be exactly 2 hours.
Yeah, I think this is the most like wholesale new features that we've ever had.
There's been a lot. There's been a lot. I'm not even the coder, and just digesting all of it is a lot. I wonder, what do you look like, little child? That's... Do you have blonde hair? Smooth these around.
Once we get rid of the map, then that's also going to allow us to add new items and new monsters and that too.
You cut out
Very
at
easily.
get rid of something.
Once we get rid of the memory map, it'll also open it wide open for adding new items and things.
There you are.
This is kind of funny because this is actually the map that I was on when I added the debug tool. So I've actually done this and played around with all these characters.
They're wearing a necklace. That's cool. Like a blue necklace. Never seen that before. I'm not gonna try and upsize these characters. I will leave them alone.
Fair enough. Gotta keep the stream G-rated.
This is this looks like Isha's model from Celeste. That's gotta be Isha. There's Pete with Mother. I don't want to do that really awful cutscene.
Drin, we have actually just started doing a Sunday blog post that wraps up all the things that happened in the live stream and also has all of the patch notes.
Yeah, we call it Severed Sundays.
Yeah. Are we gonna be at anywhere in the Discord, or?
Did I not link it the first time?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay. Well, if I didn't, I'll make sure I do it this time. I put it out on social media. Just legendofdragoon.org/news, and it'll be right at the top. Severed Sundays is the last one. I posted it on Monday because it got really late on Sunday, and we were trying to get some other extra things plugged in. But from now on, it should just be on Sundays, for as long as we can manage anyway. But I want to move this character.
Yeah, he's
He's got quite the beard. That's a
Like-
really detailed face.
more detailed than even the player characters.
Why is that face better than Albert's? Albert is just like,
Way better than Albert.
oh my god, and it's got like the armor is as detailed as Dart's, because you know it's red and it's got the shine on it, and it's on both shoulders. Wow, that's great. This is why you do. Oh my goodness. Got the hat and everything. Let's do some. Look at that. Look at how. That's a very flat face. Oh my goodness.
Bryn, have you ever seen Albert's face?
Oh,
It's
Albert's
rough.
face. It's so rough. Actually, is there an item down here? Move. No.
If you talk to those people in the public baths, they are very distressed.
Yeah, I didn't even bother. More Stardust. Sound effects hanging. I don't think you can even talk to this person. Nope. All the rooms are full. But I want to talk to the NPC in case
I
they have
wonder why.
secret dialogue. I need to talk to the NPC for secret dialogue. Oh, darn. Kathy.
Move the NPC.
Kathy, come here.
Move. Use the
Yeah.
tools to move the NPC.
Okay, we're gonna do that. All right. Are you that one? Okay. Let's talk to you. We don't need any tourist attractions, but that old lady insisted, so we said okay.
There you go. Now, what does the
Second one.
what's the other guy say?
We are thankful that she became an attraction, but that old lady goes a little bit too far. The secrets you come here for.
Never before seen dialogue. You're seeing it now.
Like, you could have seen it if you looked at the Flying Zamboni script dump, but organically, there it is. You're welcome. This is why we're amazing. Now, is that one? Okay, this one.
That is a pretty good dad joke.
All right, come here. No.
Oh no! He ran away. You're gonna have to be faster, Drew.
Oh no! Oh no! Come here.
You gotta be faster.
No! Wait, player collides with. Enable player collides with. No, come back here. God bless America. All right, let's go. Oh, come here.
He just runs
I can't
faster.
do this at the same time. It's like I have to click and move and.
It's like when you
I don't
ask
think-
a dog what you're eating and they just start chewing
No.
faster.
This is the worst. There's no dialogue, damn it. It's not even worth it. That's gonna become a YouTube short. Oh crap.
Oh.
We're having too much fun, it's not allowed. Oh wait, wrong way. So we're about to reunite with the party. Let's see what Kayla... Does Kayla have a face?
Fun fact, if you walk up to the boxes in the foreground here and press X, then Dart will wave at the camera.
That's right.
I learned that on my current playthrough. Completely accidentally because I was searching for Stardust.
Kayla doesn't have much of a face, but seems to have blue eyes. And pointy shoes. Definitely a witch.
I would say that the NPCs, probably when they move, they use a move too. So rather than moving along like a set path, they're told to walk to a certain coordinate.
So let's bring Kayla back down to size.
She's right behind me, isn't she?
Oh, it's a little too large. Sorry. Sorry. Let's go to 10,000. Dart's like, excuse me, Drew. You went too high. There it is. Wave at the screen.
The most half-hearted wave ever.
Look at that smile.
Look at his mouth open.
And his hips are glitching out while he does it. Running animation up close. Faster, 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 faster. Ah, my head. Don't bump your head. Oof. Don't you have eyes?
Rude.
Woo! Victory dance. The party is reunited. Alright. And this is where the innkeeper gets downgraded to a sprite. No longer walking around anymore. Because there's going to be a lot of characters on screen.
Is he still a world object?
Do you want me to check?
Yeah, see if you can move him around. Kong will also get the same treatment.
Yeah. That's Rose. That's Maru. That's an invisible person. All these random...
So all characters on a submap are. So you could probably drag the other characters down here.
Could I?
Yeah.
Well, first we're looking for the... Oh, there he is. Hey! I can't talk to him, but we can put him there at least, so he's part of the... We introduce a new party member! Barkeeper.
Yeah, just bring him right into the party.
We'll give him a Beast Fang or something to work with. That's great. Let's bring in the barkeep. You want me to try and drag them into the scene?
Yeah, see if you can grab the other characters and bring them in early.
No, I think they're just invisible or something, because I'm resetting their position and they're not showing up.
What do you mean resetting their position?
Like, I'm moving them to where, like, Dart is. So, Dart's at 154, negative 126. So if I type 154, negative 126, and no one's showing up there.
Try another one that you can't actually see the indicator for.
Negative 126. Did I just move the light underneath Dart?
I think you did.
I did. I did.
Apparently lights are world objects.
Yeah, I'm not gonna... It'll take too long. Who am I? Surprise! Stamp out that fire, Congo. Oh wait, it did! It worked! Congo is on top of Dart. So I moved Congo.
Okay, so
it just keeps them
so
invisible.
I guess world objects can be visible. I wonder what flag that is.
Yeah, you would need to find the flag to add it to the tool or something.
That's interesting, Zychronics.
So we can
We should try and
toggle...
figure that out.
Find the flag so we can toggle character visibility and make everything really weird.
Yeah.
It's like we go to the moon and Melbu's not there. Oh, hey, we made it.
That shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. We've got a lot of the flags mapped out on that structure already. So it would just be a matter of playing with some of the other ones.
Alright. Can I get out? Okay. Rose, watch out for the barkeeper!
Now the real question is, can you talk to him?
I don't... I'm locked out. I can't come back until the scene.
Oh.
He automatically runs up there. I can't stop him.
Right.
Ah, wait a minute. Oh, he's still... Ah! Okay, okay.
Won't let you.
We have thoughts. We're gonna do it.
Wait, what happens if you move Dart behind the bar?
Well, I was thinking... If I could just move... Okay, so let's... Okay, here we go. We are going deep. We're gonna figure this out. Where is the barkeeper? Let's find the barkeeper. And then we're gonna get the coordinates. Okay, we're gonna move Dart there. Negative 273 by negative 299. 0. Negative 299. Oh!
This kind of science that you come here to watch.
I am here to serve drinks. Rose, are you parched? I know we were just in the sea for a while, but could you use a drink? Wow.
Oh, what happens if you move Dart outside here? Can you
I'm
talk
trying.
to the party?
Let's... Okay, hold on.
Is there more secret dialogue?
Is there more secrets? Oh my gosh. Which way do I go?
In that previous scene where we couldn't get the barkeep to stay outside, we could have brought Dart in.
Yeah, we could have just done that.
Hindsight.
Ah, shoot.
I don't know.
I don't
Dart's
know how to
gone.
move him, like...
Should be positive. Yeah, there you go.
Ah, Rose! I need your
Oh,
help,
no, you're
Rose!
stuck.
Alright, a little more. Update. Is it just...
Dartender.
90 and 233. come on, I need to move. Ah. 0.
Is this entire area maybe a
It's a lock.
collision zone? Okay, go back to Dart's model and turn collision off.
Oh, collision collides with. I turned off the 2 boxes that were checked. Should I enable a render collision? Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
maybe.
that's the red thing.
Well, that's Dart's collision.
Collider or collidey? All right.
Should be collider.
I only have this. I'm gonna give you a screenshot of what I'm looking at. Here. So I disabled both of those and it didn't work. This is so interesting.
That's very strange. I wonder if there's another kind of collision or something.
And that is Dart, so I guess this whole area is locked off. Could I? All right. I don't think I should mess with this anymore.
That should cover all of the collision.
Oh,
but,
oh! I just jumped. Kongle?
What?
Kongle, talk to me! I can't. I can only move up. Even when I press down, I'm going up. Like, I think the game really wants me to go back up the stairs. Oh, I'm under the tape. Oh, oh. Shoot, I really screwed this up.
We ruined everything.
Alright, going. Ah! 266. It's really hard to figure out 3D dimensions for a character when you don't know the collision angles. Oh no!
I think you're gonna have to try and get him up on the landing.
God bless America.
It should be the X and Z coordinates.
Damn it.
Just keep moving him.
Ah!
Okay, put him back there, and then just.
Damn it. We ruined it. 399.
Don't try and walk. Just keep adjusting the coordinates till you get him firmly inside of the geometry.
44, 66. Alright. Damn it. 488.
Moving to the left some.
244. No.
A little further.
200.
Well, you've ruined everything.
Yeah. I should have written down the coordinates he was at. 0.
Do you still have the collision turned off?
Oh yeah, I do.
Can you try turning those on and see what happens?
Which ones was it? The second one. The second one.
It was Collider OX20 and Collide OX.
100. Yeah, it's still doing it. Well, this might be the end of our stream. We're at 2 hours even. I'll try it for another like minute and then we're gonna call it done. I may have to replay this part. Oh well, sucks to be me.
We did it for science.
We did. We got too curious. I wonder if I can get by the part where she calls us out. Let's try the part where she calls us out. So 155. Let's call it 111. 0. 0, 0. Or like 44, 55, 77, 99. He's too small. He's too small, right? So he needs to be closer. This is about where it happened. Yeah, I don't think I can.
Go back behind the bar and see if you can still walk around. It's possible that the collision is in a bad state or something.
that works.
Okay,
I guess
now try warping back onto the stair landing.
I am doomed to be a barkeep.
Yep.
Serving
it's the
Rose
only
drinks
option
for the
now.
rest of time until I die of old age or she gives me her choker.
This is your prison.
I didn't remember 444. I don't remember my coordinates at all. Where did I go? Okay, he's down there. Okay, that looks a bit closer to correct. 188, 155. That seems to be about the right size. Just so.
I don't think size has anything to do with it. Size doesn't affect the collision.
Yeah, I'm stuck. Well, it's a good thing I saved Semi recently. This is the end of the live stream, definitely. We thank everyone for coming to check out all of the cool new things that we've got for you today. This is playable now if you go to legendofdragoon.org/projects/severed-chains. That's the project page for the Severed Chains thing. The link is in the video description. That way, that way. The camera's mirrored. It's not my fault. It's that way. The video description's down there, and you'll find a link to Severed Chains. It'll have a download link, setup guide, all of that's on our website. If you have any questions, you can let us know on the Discord server, which is discord.gg/legendofdragoon. And we're just really happy that we could show you all these cool things with the fixed aspect ratio, mouse interactivity with the menu a little bit, and that'll have more stuff later. Dragoon XP, and all the stuff. So you're welcome.
And you can break things by pressing F12 to open the debugger.
Yes, press F12, open the debugger, choose between the submap. Debugger submap is for these locations. There's a combat debugger, so you can like edit current and full HP. Certain things like speed will still snap back to their static values though, but you can still edit some things. And there's even a script debugger if you're really advanced, so go crazy. We'll see you. I don't know if we'll do a live stream next Friday because it's close to Christmas. We'll probably decide a couple days before, no big deal if we don't, but I do want to be here for a sort of a New Year's stream, at least that Friday. So we'll do something for New Year's, definitely. And that's all I've got to say. So thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks everyone. See you next time.
Thank you for watching our live stream. If you enjoyed this content, consider double punching the subscribe button. If you really enjoyed it, consider double smacking the bell icon for notifications for all of our YouTube content. We also like to hear from the community. What was your favorite moment in this video? We would like to thank our Ko-fi supporters, Ansky, Veldiv, Vince E, NoGuard Dragon, and Oricalcon71. The monetary donations from these folks help make it possible for us to provide additional services to the LOD fandom, as well as ensuring regular updates. Ko-fi supporters get perks for their assistance, such as early access to content. If you'd like to help, visit ko-fi.com/Druniverse.